Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name's Danielle and I am known as the Cardiff Stitcher here on YouTube as well as on Instagram and my own little Facebook page. I'm here with you today because I am going to finally record my WIP parade. So, welcome, and we've got loads to go through. So I'd just like to say thank you for all the comments and all my new subscribers since my last video. I had planned on doing this one about a week ago, but life gets in the way and plans change. So, in no particular order, I'll just pick out the first one that's in the box and have a little talk about it, and then we'll go from there. So, firstly, you've probably seen this on Instagram because I'm working on this at the moment and I just cannot put it down. This is called Little Miss Delish and Sweet Treats Trixie from Hayde. And this is going to be for my daughter. She is stitched on 16 count easy guide Aida, if I remember correctly, with all the DMC called for colours. And as you can see, I've done the outline and I'm now colouring her in, so to speak, with, I was going from the lowest amount of stitches to the highest, and then I changed to start doing the top of her because that was the easiest because she was in my Q-snap. And then after I got sick of the confetti, I decided to do then by my favourite colour. And as you can see, favourite colour in this piece is blue, and then down to the lilacs. And now I haven't really got a stitching method with this. I'm just stitching whatever I fancy. So I'm hoping to finish her sometime this year, haha, seeing as we're in August already. This is what she's going to look like. So I had originally bought the normal size one, not realising that there was a mini, and then I was kindly gifted the mini. So I wasn't sure whether to do the background, but I might just do some of it and then crop it out. See what the fancy takes me. So that's Little Miss Delish. Yeah, by, as you see, Heaven and Earth, artwork by Hannah Lynn, and I started her March 23rd, 2021. And in here, my planner, I've got, oh, you can't see it properly. I'm just keeping track of the days that I've stitched on her. I haven't done it for a couple of days because I've literally been stitching till I go to bed, and then off to bed I go. So last night I put in, well, yesterday I should say, I put in 619 stitches, which took me up to 30.19%. And I'm just writing my stitches down there. Hope you can see that. Sorry for the shaky hands, but I'm a shaky person. So that's that one. Any questions, feel free to email me at cardiffstitcher@gmail.com, I think it is, or leave me a message in the comments, no problem, and I'll get back to you. I quite enjoy reading your messages. Now the next piece is in a new piece of haul as well. This lovely travel bag, which was posted on one of the Facebook groups, and I saw it, and I'm not normally one to just go and buy things on the splurge, but I thought that would be amazing for WIPs or for my bigger projects. I'm taking my tablet with. So you've got a little plastic pocket there. Got a pin cushion, needle cushion that comes off. And then you've got a mesh pocket here. I normally keep my scissors in there, but last time I just dumped them in the bag. And this has got a zipper, which mine did come with a zipper. Someone I seen on Facebook, bless them, theirs didn't come with a zipper. And it's transparent. And then in the bottom, you've got to secure your whips. So in this bag, I have decided to keep my ginormous days animal panorama. There it is. I'm not taking it out of the Q-snap because I've not really worked on it much. I've been busy filling in confetti stitches all around here and just working my way down, filling them in as I go. I'm off babysitting this evening for a little one, so this will be going with me as I'll stitch and mark off as I go. My plan for this year was to get this to 50%, but there's no way that's happening seeing as we're already in August. So this is stitched on 16 count Ada. I'm doing using a water soluble pen and just drawing the grid lines on myself because I hadn't known about it, Easy Guide when I started that. Let's have a look at the stats. So that is Animal Panorama, as I just said. Don't know if you can see it, but there's the picture of it. It's all over my Instagram. You'll see it if you scroll through the photos. It's charted by Pain Free Crafts and the artist is Adrian Chesterman. It's going to be 900 wide by 322 high, and I am stitching it with DMC. However, I am using CXC 310 because I like the coverage of CXC. And I started that on the 24th of October 2019. And as I started it, I just found out about Pattern Keeper. But because it was so brand new, when I was marking off on the chart, I would move the chart and the highlighted symbols would stay where they were. So I ended up being about 3 stitches out, which doesn't sound much, but when it's part of an animal and you move it along, it can be quite a difference. So I put that away for almost a year and then picked it back up last year during lockdown. I think it was during lockdown or just before lockdown. And I thought, well, let's try it again. And I have stitched on it every month every month this year, sorry, except for July for some reason. But that was because we did Jolly in July, so I didn't stitch on it in July because it wasn't a Christmas piece. So I've got a 5-year plan for that, and I hope it won't take 5 years, but it will take as long as it takes. So that's that piece, and here are the threads. Oh, see those? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these, and they hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Wow, 18 and 18, what's that? I don't know, I'm rubbish with maths. I'm not a maths teacher. Anyway, there's a heck of a lot of threads. I think there's about 120 all in all. And I'm just stitching it colour by colour as I go across, as long as I don't get lost or confused. So those for those. Now some of these I've worked on, but so long ago. I'm one of those people, if it's not in sight, if it's out of sight, out of mind, basically. So I would have worked on them, put them away, and then completely forgot about them. So I have got Merry Snowman by DMC, and I have stitched nothing, absolutely nothing. I don't even know what I did with the chart, but it must have been something nice, bold and bright because of the colours, and I wouldn't have charted it up, kitted it up otherwise, because I only kit things up that I want to do. So goodness knows where that chart has gone. So if anyone knows about Merry Snowman by, or Merry Snowman by DMC, I'd love to know where the chart's gone. So that's one of my planned. So not only is this a WIP parade, but it's turned into a planned parade as well. And I will be putting these back in the bags as much as possible, because once I'm finished here, 10 to 9, 9:30 or so about, I've got to take the dogs to be groomed. So we'll zip through this as much as possible, and I'm afraid if I don't get it finished in time, you'll have to come back later and I'll record the rest later. So let's get cracking again. This one is my colourful butterfly from Etsy. Oh, blast. I had printed out the picture for this, but guess what? I put it down somewhere and I can't find it. So what I'll do, if I can, is I will insert a picture of a colourful butterfly. And I'm working this colour by colour at the moment. I'm just doing the black outline. I'm using DMC 310, but frankly I'm not liking it because it's just shredding, fraying, falling apart. But what am I to do? I don't want it to look strange, so I'm carrying on with the 310. Let's see if I can quickly take this off here. This again is being stitched, if I remember correctly, on 16 count Easy Guides Ada. I'm an Ada person, always have been, possibly always will. 16 and 18 count seem to be my favourite. I have been considering trying 20 count, but I don't know what to do. So let's stick this on there. There it is. That's all nice, bold, beautiful colours. The bolder, the brighter, the better for me. All the bees look bold, bright, better. So, and it's just fallen out of the wrapper. At least I know what colour it is, hey. I don't think I've put this one in my planner just yet. Not the picture anyway. Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. That's all I've got in my planner. Nothing much. So basically it's a colourful butterfly from Etsy. I can always link the shop down below. And I'm doing the hashtag colourful butterfly Sal, just in case anybody wants to join me. Penguin Stitcher, Ashley, more than welcome to. And I started this on the 29th of July 2020 when we were visiting partner's family in Doncaster. And I've stitched on it 29th, 30th, 31st and a couple of days in between, but I haven't marked. Next one is caterpillar cross stitch one. Again, I printed out the picture for this to put in the diary, in the planner, and I forgot to do it. So there it is so far. Nothing has been stitched since I showed you it last. So there's nothing new. Again, I think it's on 16 count, easy guide, easy grid, magic grid, whatever it's called, Ada, with the DMC called for colours. And this is a stitch along hosted by Emma X Stitching and Belushi Stitches, and it's called Deck the Halls in Time for Christmas, Sal, I think it is. Like I say, I don't think I've written it down in the planner, so I'll have a quick flick through. And that was started as part of Jolly July, Jolly Christmas. There we go, there it is. So, Deck the Halls by Caterpillar Cross Stitch, stitched on Ada 16 count. Notes are Deck the Halls in Time for Christmas style, hosted by Emma X Stitching and Belushi Stitches, and I started this on the 26th of July 2021. And I stitched on it for a whole entire one day. That's me. Start and not finish. But hey ho, there we go. Next piece. I don't know how many pieces I've got. I didn't even count. I meant to count and I didn't. Hey ho. So this one is from Joan Elliott, and it's called Recipe for a Happy Child. Now, being a child carer, this was right up my street, and I thought, brilliant. But then somehow I had a mishap, and I want to carry on stitching, but I don't know how I'm going to get rid of that. I don't know what to do. I tried clearing it and it just seemed to get worse. We'll have to see, won't we? This has been going on for years, this piece. I can't even remember when I started it. There it is for you. Recipe for a Happy Child by Joan Elliott. And I'm afraid I've only got a working copy of the chart. I have no idea where I got the chart from and what I've done with the original. Yes, I thought it was from one of her books, but I can't find it. So I do apologise. If you type into Google Recipe for a Happy Child, they do come up with some. Be careful, because there are some illegal copies out there. Please don't take the money from the hard-working designers. Please buy from reputable people to support our designers and their families. After all, these things aren't created overnight. So this is being stitched with the called for DMC colours, and I'm pretty sure it's on either 16 or 18 count. I'm not one of these people who can just tell the count by just looking at it, I'm afraid. So I hope to finish that soon. I know exactly where it's going. Right opposite the front door, so the little ones and the parents can see just as they walk through the door. And this is kept in my beautiful Harry Potter coin purse, it's supposed to be. But I saw this in a shop. Well, Mum saw it and she got it for me, knowing I'm a Harry Potter mad person. And it just tucks in there. I'll dismiss that. So, next one. Put that one aside a minute. This one. Right, this is from Cross Stitcher magazine. It looks like it says June 2013. Let me see if I've got the chart for it. No, not the chart, sorry. The completed piece. I don't know how well you're going to see that. But I just love those colours. And I thought, I was stitching it for a friend, but sadly, things happen in life. There are so many fractionals in this piece, which is what put me off it. But it's just going to be one of those pieces that I just stitch because I like the colours. And again, this is using the called for DMC colours. Sometimes anchor replacements if I didn't have the DMC. And that just fell. Thank goodness not in the cup of tea. Nothing posh, just a little bag. I don't tend to use the fancy project bags because I'd rather spend my money on the charts and the threads and the fabric. Right, now this is gridded using one of those blue pens, and before I even realised, if you don't stitch it quick enough, it does fade and leave marks. Don't know how well you can see that, but as you can see, I got fed up with the fractional stitches and this got put away. I will get it out again, I just don't know when. So here we go. Because it's a lot of full coverage stitching, I might just carry on and hopefully you won't see the see there, the faint lines where the pen has disappeared but left a grubby mark. Hopefully you won't see that, and if I wash it at a warm enough temperature, fingers crossed, it'll come out. But yeah, oh, I actually put on here started. Whoa, I managed to put a start date on 27th of May 2013. So there we go. And I don't use these very often, but look at that. Who's that cutie? No, well, she is still a cutie, but she's no longer little like that. She's going to high school in a couple of weeks. Oh my god. Another Joan Elliott. You've seen this one before. Santa and Friends. I haven't stitched on this since because it's no longer Jolly July, and I need to see if I can get it finished and completely finished off. But using the called for DMC colours, except for the gold metallic thread, I just cannot get on with it. So anybody got any suggestions? I'd love that. And I still can't find the beads. I've hunted high and low and I just don't know where they are. I have no idea what I've done with them. So here it is, ready, steady, ta-da. So this is stitched, I'm sure, on 16 count white Ada, with, like I said, all the called for DMC colours. And instead of, it is supposed to be French knots, but I can't do French knots to save my life, so therefore I am using beads, except I can't find the beads. So, and that was started, what did I say, about 5 years ago. And I've done all the numbers. Would help if they were the right way around, wouldn't it? They're all beaded. The numbers are all beaded. They're finished. They're stitched, they're finished. They just need to be attached. I absolutely love that little one. Thinking of it now, what I should have done was done the numbers just sporadically in different not in order, basically. Make her work for her sweets. I might even trick her one time and just put something else in there. Not a treat, not money. Bit of dirt. Oh dear. Right, next one. Not even halfway through, people, and it's already 26 minutes. Okay, that's the chart for the Happy Child recipe one. 907. Right, now this one, again, oh my gosh. I printed up the picture and I've gone and forgotten it. So this one was charted to be stitched on white Aida. It is called Time for Tea. It's a Time for Tea sal by Lakeside Needlecraft. Not long after they started up, I'm pretty sure of it. And I decided to stitch it on black because I thought it would stand out more. Except because it was a mystery stitch along at the time, I didn't consider the back stitch. And the back stitch is black, which is why I stopped stitching on this piece. Because you can see the black in there, in those pieces, but when you go to stitch around this on the outside, you don't see the black back stitch, and it's not going to look right with white back stitch. So I tried gold back stitch, but that doesn't look right either. So I don't know what to do. I really want to finish this. Is there any help with black backstitch on black Aida? Any hints, tips, suggestions? Would be ever so grateful. I'm stitching this using the DMC called for colours, except for the background, the border. I stitched that using an anchor variegated thread. Please don't ask me what colour because I don't remember. It looks like the one I used to stitch the Amazing Teacher one, but I can't remember what the colour is, or what the number is I should say. So that's it. I'm sure it was called Tea Time Sal. Oh, Tea and Cakes Sal. But I don't know when I started it. I do apologise. I could find out. I did look it all up to put it on the cover photo that I was going to show you all, but then I left the cover photo behind. So that's that one. That one's just kept in a document wallet. Like I said, nothing major here. I'd rather spend the money on my projects than my project bags. This one I saw and I just love this. So this is charted by Charting Creations and it's called Tropical Friends. The artwork is William van der Dasson. I think that's how you pronounce it. DMC, 90 colours, 450 stitches wide by 334 stitches high. Isn't that just, oh, makes you dream of the tropics. I would absolutely love macaws, parrots, all those types of birds, toucans. And this is how far I've got. Ta-da! Major, isn't it? I've done loads. Absolutely loads. Not really. Only joking. So, this is stitched on 16, 18 count Aida. If you want me to keep track, you know what I used to want, as I say to Olivia. let's see if I can get this up right. There we go. Yes, I didn't leave much border. I know. Didn't leave much space between. But I'm probably going to frame it myself, so it's no biggie. So that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 500 and odd stitches in that. And I only started it a few weeks ago. Okay, maybe 2 months ago. It's not been ongoing for long. Don't you just love it when the material doesn't fold back how it should? Oh, whatever. Life's too short. No thread count on stitching count on there just yet. I don't even think I put it in here. I'm an organised mess, aren't I? Organised chaos, if you want to call it. I have got it in here because this is where I keep all the ones that I do want to stitch. And just in case I change my mind, I look at the pictures and I think, do I really want to stitch that still? Before I go and buy the chart. Okay, I lied. I didn't lie. I just got confused. No, it's not in here. I'm telling you, organised chaos. I know I kept it somewhere. I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, come on. No, no. No, no, no. Okay, oh well. Tough luck, not much I can do about that. So, yes, there we go. Tropical Friends by Charting Creations. Beautiful piece. Don't know how long it's going to take, and there is no timeline for it. I will stitch on it when I stitch on it. So that can go whoop-a-days back in there. Ta-da! See, I can see through them. They're nice, bright, bold, colourful, stripy things, but I can see through them to see what piece it is. Next is just a bunch of threads. Oh yes, this is a freebie I found. I know it was a freebie because it did say it was a freebie. And I checked the history of it, like where it came from, where it originated from. Funky little owls. Now I started stitching on this to make a card. It was a project for in the car, but I stopped because I made a mistake and I could not for the life of me figure out where I made the mistake. But I did find the mistake, and the chart was on my phone, and I deleted the chart. Which is okay, because it's on Google Photos, so I just got to go through the Google Photos to find it. But if you're anything like our family, we take loads and loads of photos. So I've got loads and loads of photos to trawl through just to find it. So there we go. That's going to be a little card when it's done. And I obviously had loads of others planned because I've got loads of pieces cut out ready to go. Yes, so there we go. I should really make a box, one for small kits that I can take in the car, and one for big kits that I can take when I go visiting family. Next, I'm just randomly taking them out of the box. Now this case was free with Cross Stitch Crazy one year. I used to absolutely love that magazine. So this is another lakeside sal, which I was loving, but for some reason I lost track of stitching it. Probably life again. This is the Fantasy Sal. Ooh, 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 ooh. I can't remember what fabric I'm stitching it on. I just remember seeing it and I loved it, so I bought the fabric. Lakeside Needleworks, using all the called for DMC colours. I should get back on do this, because there's what, 3, 4, 5, oh, there's only 6 of them to do, and finish the border off. The border was quite fun actually. It's stitched on, again, 14 or 16 count. I absolutely love this fabric. However, I am now worried how it's going to look when I wash it, because it's printed, so it's plain on the back and printed on the front. There's a good chance that the print's going to wash out when I wash the fabric. These are all things I've learnt the last few years, so we'll just have to wait and see. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. I just love stitching the piece. I'm more of a, what's the word? I enjoy the process stitcher, is it? I enjoy the stitching rather than the end piece. Some of them, like my Animal Panorama, my Santa's Visits, my Santa and Friends Advent Calendar, Tropical Friends, those sort of things, I plan on putting up on the wall. Whereas this, I stitched it because I love the colours, and I waited a couple of months to see what the picture was before I decided to go ahead and stitch it. But I'm just stitching that one because I just love it. I wouldn't say I love it. I like the design, the pictures. So that's that one. What's the time? What's the time, Mr. Wolf? 9:20. What's this one then? Oh, this one's a Bambi one. I saw this in Aldi one year. It's Bambi and Thumper. Now, one of the little ones I was looking after at the time, his mum was due to have a little one, and now that little one is 2. So this was 2 years ago, because I was stitching it for her, but then I found something better, so I put this aside. See, I've done Bambi. I just need to finish it off. Sweet dreams, little one. There's always, do apologise, there's always babies coming along, isn't there? This is stitched on the Ada that came in the pack, with the colours that came in the pack, if you can see that with the writing. And then what I'll do is I'll probably just keep the charts and stitch it again in the future, because it is a lovely little stitch, but I didn't give myself enough time to stitch it. I was against the clock. So yes, I will finish that one off for another little one, and in with it. Now again, I don't know where I found these two. They were in a magazine. I've got a feeling it was the World of Cross Stitching magazine, and Olivia was into unicorns at the time, big time. She still is a bit, but she won't admit it, but she still is. And I was stitching these to make them into a wall hanging, so 2, 2, 2 and 2. I think there's 6 or 8. So I finished most of them. See, you're one of a kind. Because she's had hearing problems and a couple of learning difficulties, she kept saying, oh, I wish I was like the other kids. Wish I was born the same as them. So I thought I'd stitch these so that she knows that she is one of a kind. See, and there's 2 left. So here we go. Now I know how to use the sewing machine. I might just finish them off myself, because I was just going to use iron-on hemming to just hem and stick them to the fabric, but we'll see. So that's those. And they are in with my Bambi. What's the time? Time, Mr. Wolf. 9:22. I'm going to definitely have to pause this, guys, or stop it, and then I'm going to have to come back later and film the rest later. So this one is, oh yes, Sunflower Cottage. Aren't those colours just so uplifting? Bright, bold and uplifting. Now most people that are taking part in the Sunflower Cottage, as far as I'm aware, are doing the mini. Now when I saw this, I was so hasty that I just went and bought the first one I found, and it was the large, the normal, shall we say. So it's going to be 350 wide by 518 high. That's stitches now. And it contains 88 colours. I don't know how much the mini contains. So this is a Sunflower Cottage Sal, organised by Emma X Stitching, if I remember correctly, and Stitchman Darcy. So Stitchman Darcy, you just got to go and check out. He's hilarious. It's like a big kid. I feel so sorry for his wife, Melissa. How she puts up with him, God only knows. So I am stitching this on 16 count white Ada, and there I am. Now if you look through my Instagram, you will see a picture of me standing just by here holding this piece of material, and it's massive, bigger than I expected. So this is going to take me some time, but it's got my favourite colours in it. I don't have just one favourite. How can you have one favourite colour? But I love this blue, 995. Amazing, isn't it? So yes. And I've tried to be one of these stitchers that have got a rotation. It doesn't work. For August now, September, look at me. For August, I was hoping to do 100 stitches a day on Animal Panorama, but I've been plagued with headaches and things. So that's not happened. And then I was hoping to stitch on Sunflower Cottage, and I think it was that Sweet Treats Trixie. But I've learned that I stitch on what I want to stitch on when I want to stitch on, and that's absolutely fine by me. I've also learned not to take part in any challenges because they don't really motivate me. I will stitch on what I want to stitch on when I want to stitch on it. So let's have a look. Any information on this now then? Sunflower Cottage started 4th of April 2021. I stitched on it several weeks in April, few days in May, and I've not touched it since. I will. Right, this one is an extremely old one. This one I must have started back in 2005-ish, 2005, 2006. I hadn't been stitching long, bearing in mind I only started in 2002 with a small Winnie the Pooh cross stitch kit that I was given for my birthday. And my brother-in-law likes Bruce Lee, and he asked if he found the chart, would I stitch it? So I said, yeah, no problem. So he found this. Now this was before I knew any of the licensing laws and copyright and any of that. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise it was blue. It was glare. There it is. So the many faces of Bruce Lee. Obviously I'm not showing you the chart. I don't even think, it doesn't even say who the designer is, but it's paper chart well before Pattern Keeper was ever released. Now as you see on the chart, on the picture, on the cover photo, it's black background, and I thought to save me time I would stitch it on black Ada. So I don't even remember what way round this is. Yes I do, because I would stitch from the middle to the left and down. So this is the bottom of it. That's what I managed to do. But then family reasons, this wasn't stitched on anymore, and it was just put away. So I'm not interested in stitching it. There's no way am I going to pull those threads out. And I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to keep this and do it as a giveaway in a few months' time, or if I just give it away now. Oh, I'll just get out of the way and I'll give it away now. So if any of you are interested in Bruce Lee, comment down below Bruce. Don't give me any of that nonsense like the other YouTubers say. Don't say giveaway, don't say competition, don't say win. I don't think I've got the threads for it. Yes, I do have the threads. I will include the threads that I've got, but it's up to you if you want it, if you really want it, if you're going to stitch it. If you're going to stitch it, then please, you can have it. So what's the rules? Be over 18 so I can have your address, your parents' permission. And I'll keep it open until the next Flosstube I do. I don't know how long it will be, because at the moment time can be a bit tight at times. But if you really want to stitch on that, if you really want to finish it for someone that you know that absolutely loves Bruce Lee, comment down below with the name Bruce. Just Bruce. I suppose you can put it in a a sentence, however, as long as it's got the word Bruce. And then I'll use when I figure out how to do it, I'll use the comment generator thing, and then whoever gets picked will have it. Okay, like I say, I wasn't going to do any giveaways until, I don't know, I hadn't even thought of that, but when I come across that in my stash when I was going through it all, I thought, I'm never going to stitch on it, so what's the point in keeping it? So with that, I'm now going to pause this and take the darling dogs to be groomed, and I will see you all later. Take care. Hello everyone, and I'm back. So a bit later than I planned. We are now on Monday. So yesterday I struck down with a migraine, so I wasn't able to film yesterday, and I've just been getting these really sharp shooting pains in my head, which is making me feel a bit ugh. So we will see how we go. Let's continue with the wonderful WIP parade. Now this one, what I'm going to do is I'll splice them all together if I can, and then we'll go from there. Which means I'm going to have to re-watch myself, which I don't normally do. Can't stand watching myself back. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I can't stand it. I can't stand my own voice, let alone everyone else around me. Alright, yes, these ones I found on Doreen Jones's Facebook page. Every now and then she shares a free pattern with her followers, and I stitched a little Christmas one, and then a little ladybird one, and I'm now stitching the little teddy bear one. So I absolutely love Doreen Jones. Her charts are so easy to follow, and they're so cute. And these are just going to be made into little cards for as and when I need them. I'm stitching them using the normal cordful colours. I think they're all DMC, they normally are. Yeah, DMC Teddy. They've even got it marked on there, look. DMC Teddy. Yeah, it's a 2016 piece, it is. It's Facebook, Doreen Jones cross stitch, also found on Etsy.com. There we go. If you ever, it's just called Teddy. So this is 50 stitches wide by 50 stitches tall, and when sewn on 14 count it will be 3.5 inches square. 2 minutes, and let's carry on. Sorry about that. Yeah, so yeah, I must have put it down. I must have been stitching it as a car project and then put it down and just forgot about it for whatever reason. So I'll get that back out and finish that cute little thing off. And again, that's just kept in a Ziploc bag. Why not? Easy to see and easy to put in the car. That's that one. Next one is a chart that came with one of those Christmas magazines. Enjoy cross stitch at Christmas, and they come with all those. And I've kept the threads, and I've still got these little felt bits to make ornaments with. And what caught my eye with this magazine was this stunning piece. Bright, bold, colourful. So I thought, yep, that's mine. So I made a photocopy of the charts so I could work off it. This I started well before Pattern Keeper came out. So what I might do is I might actually see if I can scan it and put it into Pattern Keeper and see if I can use it that way. Save the eyes a lot, won't it? Get this the right way first. Don't want to show you the back, do we? Not that I'm bothered about my backs, because they're going to be framed, no one else is going to see them. So there is my magnificent start. Huge start, isn't it? Don't everybody get so excited now. I'll be finishing this before you know it. So looking at this, I'm thinking I'm stitching it on 14 count. This is probably what I picked up at Hobbycraft at one point. Once I seen the pattern, I thought, oh yeah, that's something I'd like to do. So I more than likely went to Hobbycraft and picked the Ada up because it's really stiff and coarse. So I've done a great deal. Stay tuned. You never know, I might finish it by next week or next year. So, and there goes the board. So let's have a look at this. This is going to be right. Remember what I was on about earlier, Merry Snowman? This is the Merry Snowman. So I need to go through everything now and find that the other fabric, the other threads. So the stitch count for this is 118 high by 239 wide, stitched on 14 count. There we go. And I am using all the cold fold DMC. However, with this magazine, I do like it. I'm not folding it over, I'm just rolling it over. I do like it because it gives DMC. Try again. Can you see that? Yeah. DMC, Anchor and Madeira. Although, to be honest, I've never seen Madeira in the shops. I've only ever seen him as freebies with the magazines. And now, Hobbycraft have cancelled Anchor, so you can only get DMC in there. So now you have to go online. And if you're anything like me, I'd rather go and have a look at them and pay cash than use card. There we go. So yes, nice, bright, bold and colourful. I don't actually know who the designer is for this. No. Sorry guys, I can't give you the designer. All I can say, it's the 2013 issue. Xmas 2013, issue 10. I'll hold it up so if you want to have a look at what the front looks like. That's the front of, because it came in a Ziploc project bag, just clear, and it came with all the stuff that you see on the front there. It came in this with all that, and I just used that, but I put it in when I can get it back in. I put it in like that so I can see what project is in it, and then I just pop that in and zip it closed, and that can go in there. Right, next one is from 2006. Now, I used to belong to a group now see, I don't remember the name of the group. Oh, blah 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 blah. I get myself all confused. Anyhow. Okay, let's get this out so I can show you it. She says, looking for it and not being able to find it because it's on my lap already. Oh, I don't know. So it was Catitude's horoscope. And I don't know if I can show you. It was the Catitudes from I think it was Wheels of Cross Stitching. Margaret Sherry designed them. Cross Stitcher, sorry. It was from Cross Stitcher, 2004 the chart was. There was a set of 12 and I was part of a group and we were doing round robins at the time. So you each chose the piece that you wanted to stitch, and you divided your fabric into the sections that needed to be stitched, and then you'd stitch your section and then you'd send it along, and then the next stitcher would choose which one they would want to stitch, and then they'd stitch their section, and they would go on and go on until it was all completed. But as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3. Well, there's only 3 missing, which isn't too bad actually, because I know a lot of pieces when people were doing round robins, they'd either get lost in the post or people would just not send them on. So I'm pretty lucky with this. I got sent back to me with just 3 unstitched. Now the aim of this was to be stitched for my mother-in-law, because she used to love cats, but sadly she's no longer with us. And on here, I'm not going to put it up close, the stitches would, in the box, it would correlate with the piece, and they'd write a bit about themselves in each of the boxes. So this used to go all over the world. It went to Australia, Reedsville, not sure where that is, Cleveland, Aberdeen, County Durham. So basically the people that were taking part in the round robin would say whether they were happy to post abroad or not. And I was happy to post abroad, and the people that stitched on it was happy to post abroad. So you'd be given a timeline to post it, say a month. So then you'd post your piece and you'd stitch your piece, and then you'd post it on to the next person, and you'd let that next person know. And there's quite a few people on here, and it's still got their I've got their email addresses. Do I email them and see if they remember taking part, or do I just carry on? I don't know what to do with this piece actually, because I like cats, but I wouldn't put it on my wall. So I don't know. What do you think I should do with it? Do you think I should just finish it off and then leave it in the drawer or the cupboard? Or do you think maybe I should see if there was 3 other people that would like to join in? Possibly 4, because there's one that's not quite finished. This one's not quite finished, see? So if you'd like to, if you wanted to take part in this, you only need 3. If you wanted to take part and finish off stitching these, let me know. And then also let me know what you think should be done with it. I don't know what to do with it once it's completely finished. I don't know. Give me your suggestions. There we go. I love reading your comments anyway, and I try and reply if I can. So give me your comments, let me know what I should do with it, and we'll take it from there. 2 minutes, I'll be back now. 3rd time lucky, hey. Let's try again. Right, this piece I bought for the other half. There we go. I think it was in 2005, if memory serves me correct, which these days it doesn't always. Now he likes huskies. We always wanted a husky for a dog, but the house just isn't big enough and health issues just don't help. So we settled for a picture instead. However, I got stitching this piece. Again, 2005, so this was way before Pattern Keeper even came out. And I was stitching it. I was going, right guns, no problem at first. As you can see, there's an eye. Aye, aye. And there was greens. There were greens in it, and I thought, what on earth, greens? So I just carried on stitching. And then, somewhere, I made a mistake. I couldn't find the mistake. I put it away in timeout, and it's been in timeout ever since. So, I have asked him if he wants me to continue with it, which he said yes. So what I might do is I might see if the designer is able to, is still around first of all, and if they are, could I possibly get the chart for Pattern Keeper, which should make it stitching a bit easier and a bit quicker. But up until I made that silly mistake, which I can't find where, and at that point I wasn't used to just keeping on with the piece, even if I'd made a mistake. If I fudged it, I wanted to rip it out. Whereas these days, if I fudge it up, I just somehow carry on and think I'll find a mistake if I find it. So here's the floss card. Very posh floss cards, mind you. Very posh. You'll never find these anywhere else. And I'm afraid they're no longer available. You want to see them? A good old envelope with hole punch either side and just the number and the symbol written next to it. See, told you. One of a kind. Won't find them again. Oh dear. I crack myself up sometimes. Look how many 3865s. There's 1, 2, 3. I had like 4 skeins of 3865. That must have been a heck of a lot of white in there. Hi, carumbas. And this chart is, I made a working copy as well. That's how bad the mistake was. I actually made a zoomed in working copy to try and find it. I never did find it. Aboutface-art.co.uk. Siberian Husky by Lisa Wright. Artist Vice Bearcroft. I'll soon find out if I can find that. 6, 7, 8, 9 pages. Which, if you think of it, isn't too bad when you compare some of the Crafting Creations and Hage and Cross Stitch Studio, Pain Free Crafts, Gecko Rouge, Tilton Crafts. 9 pages really isn't that much, is it? So, for being spoiled with Pattern Keeper, I don't think I could work from a paper chart anymore. So I will look into that, and I will see if I can get a PDF copy of that. Oh, artist Vic Bearcroft. It says they're Vice because it's V-I-C-E. Oh, ignore me, I'm just talking to myself now, rambling on. So let's put this one away. And this is just kept in the bag that it came in. That's how sophisticated and organised I am, and I can't get it in. Typical. And it goes. And this one, sure I showed you this. No, I didn't show you this. But lo and behold. Don't worry, just talk amongst yourselves while I'm sorting my nonsense out. So organised, aren't I? Okay, lovely people. You won't be seeing what it looks like when it's finished, because clever me, didn't keep the picture of it. So anyway, it's a blackwork sampler. It is 200 stitches high by 102 stitches wide, stitched on 14 count Ada or 28 count even weave. It is from the world of cross stitching, but I have no idea. I don't know what year, I'm afraid. But the sampler says oh, I did see it just then. Love makes the world go round, by the look of it. This is way before I ever thought of keeping what the picture would look like in the end. I will do a Google search and see if I can find someone who's finished this, and then take a photo of their work. Now, this is before I knew not to put masking tape around your piece. I always used to put masking tape so my fabric didn't fray, but I didn't realise that it turned yellow once you took it off. But I did leave plenty of margin around, so hopefully I'm able to fix it once I do decide to finish it. And that, you can hear, is all the glue breaking. But anyway, there we go. We live and we learn, don't we? So that is just the world, or the whirl. The whirl. Brilliant, eh? So that's, again, that's using the Cord 4 DMC colours. I've got the issue number. World of Cross Stitch, issue what? 191. So I'll have a look for that later and see if I can find a picture of it. And if I do, I'll try my best to insert it. First time doing proper editing here on a computer, so I do apologise what it turns out like. What's that one? Next one is a recent purchase. Recent as in about 2 months ago. Maybe a bit longer. And it's one I found on Amazon. Time to be a unicorn. I bought this because I like it. I like unicorns. Olivia likes unicorns. And I thought, try and get her into reading a bit more. And it was going to be a car project. But it came with 2 pieces of Ada. Pre-sorted the threads. And I've not even started it. That's how far it got. So there we go. Another piece to finish, and here comes Olivia now. So there we go. Hello. And she's gone. No distractions like last time. I was hoping Olivia would take an interest into making this for herself, but no. She wants Mum to do it instead. So that will get stitched when it gets stitched. I have no idea. Sorry, the finished size is going to be 6 centimeters by 19.5 centimeters. Stitched on 16 count fabric. Peri cotton floss? No idea. Full instructions, and it comes with a needle. And it's made in Ukraine. So, sorry. There we go. If you were interested in that. Next one. This one is a Joan Elliott. I do quite like Joan Elliott pieces. They're easy to read. They can be quick to stitch up when you stitch more than a couple of stitches on them. Magic Dragon. I just saw him and I thought he was magnificent. He, she, not really sure. It. We'll call her it. Make a Wish. I just saw it and I thought, oh, that's just beautiful. Now, I'm not a person to like dragons, but I like this one. Now this is 124 stitches wide by 159 stitches high, stitched on 14 count Aida or 28 count even weave, I'm presuming. I bought it direct from her. Her website is joanelliott.wordpress.com, and she sent it in this Ziploc press close bag. Really good quality paper as well. It's one of the first ones I ordered from her. It calls for DMC colours, which is what I'm using, and it calls for French knots, but I can't stand French knots, so I'm going to be using beads when I find the things. I do slip up and use a cursor like bugger. I do apologise, especially if you're not someone that likes to hear those types of words. And the other thing I found interesting, this was before I got this before I heard or even found out about Haid and Pain Free and all those big charts. And like those, she gives you the numbers, and at the very end she puts how many skeins you need of each, which is brilliant. Yeah, sorry, I'm just reading it then. And I'll give you a quick, I'm not going to show you the whole chart because obviously I'm not allowed, but it's so vibrant. The colours, that's the original, and they're just so vibrant. And I don't draw on it because I might want to stitch it again in the future. So I just printed off a working copy. And I am stitching it. Believe it or not, I'm stitching it on Aida. All my pieces are on Aida. I bought a few offcuts from Cross and Crafts, I think it is, or Crafts and Cross? Cross and Crafts, I think. Bought a few offcuts of even weave just to see what it's like, but I haven't had the courage to use them yet. And we went over the field, took the dogs over the field the other day, and there's blackberry bushes galore over there, and they're all ripe. So what I did is I picked a load of blackberries, and I thought, I'm going to dye myself a piece of fabric just as a tester. It came out an absolutely lovely deep dark purple, but of course because there's all bits on it I had to wash it first. So I put it in the washing machine on a quick wash, nothing harsh, and it did take a lot of the colour out, but it's still a lovely purple. If you want to see it, I can find it out. Well, I know where it is. It's hanging on the door to dry. I can get it and I can show you what it is, but I don't know what to stitch on it yet. Anyway, back to this. So Magic Dragon. Yeah, Magic Dragon. I'm stitching on Aida 16 count, Rainbow Sparkle it's called, from Zweigart, the needlework fabric. I don't know. Oh, that's upside down, you silly fool. There we go. Can you see? Rainbow Sparkle. And it does, it sparkles. Yeah, you can actually see the sparkles in there. That's cool. Didn't think you would be able to. See, you can see the bits of rainbow mottle in it. So I thought this piece would go brilliant. And I made a start on it, which is a good thing. At least I made a start on it. Might not have done any more, but I made a start. I'm no good with rotations. I just stitch on what I want when I want. So what I'll do is and if I don't know what I want, I've got like a tiny decisions app on my phone. And I'll just put it in there and I'll just spin it if I don't know what to stitch on. Oh, come on. And then whatever it chooses, I'll stitch on if I fancy it. If I don't fancy it, I'll spin it again. I hope I'm not boring you. I do apologise if I am. Right, next one. This one, I'm part of a Facebook group. I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called. Something Creations. It's actually where I got my first lot of project planners from. These ones. It's that Facebook group. Because I'm filming on my phone, I can't actually search for what it is. I think it's Crafting Creations. I think it might be called Crafting Creations. Anyhow, they had a challenge a couple of months back to design and stitch your own positive word. So, because Olivia's very hard on herself. She doesn't believe in herself. So, I thought, what better way to encourage her than to... Oh, you can't see it on there. Sorry guys, 2 minutes. It's too... Well, you can see it, I can't see you. Not that I can see you. You know what I mean. You can't see my beautiful face. Nightmares are made of this. Anyhow, there we go. Believe yourself. Yeah, believe yourself. But in the middle there, I need to put in. I did stitch it. I did stitch the word in, but I used a different font to what I've stitched the words in, and it just didn't look right. So I unpicked it, and I just need to restitch it. Believe in yourself. And then I'm going to put a nice little border around it, I think. And then I'll just frame it and put it on one of her shelves in her bedroom. Because she's just so hard on herself. She doesn't think she can do things. Because she needs that bit of extra help, love her. But I do say to her, we all get there in the end. It's not a race. Sorry, I thought I dropped my floss. It's not a race. It's not about who can get there first and who gets there the best. It's just about doing your best when you can. And we'll all get there in the end. Now this one, if I remember correctly, it's the Peppermint Purple 2020 Blackwork Sal. There was a freebie design. I don't know if it's still freebie, but I know they've now got a 2021, and I stitched it on black. A lovely blue and a lovely purple, and they just stood out so well. But this was my car project, and then of course we went into lockdown in 2021, and COVID just played havoc with us all, didn't it? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm glad it forced forced us to take time off, but take time off and you lose money as well. So things were a bit hard at the time. I'm locked down. I just lost my stitching bug, so I just didn't finish stitching that, but I will get it out eventually and stitch on it again. I can't tell you the numbers, I'm afraid, because I know where the floss is, but I don't know where it is. It's in a little Harry Potter coin bag, the one that I showed you, because I've got two. Or actually it might be in my handbag. I don't know. I know, but I don't know. And this little piece is a Christmas card, which I actually thought I'd finished, but then going through all my WIPs, I clearly haven't. So it's from the World of Cross Stitching. Let me see if I can. It is a black and white copy, I'm afraid. There it is. Isn't she cute? And I'm stitching it using DMC colours. And that's what I've done so far. I've got a feeling I stitched this one before, which is why I thought I'd finished it. But yeah, I'll stitch it and it'll be finished into a card. I've just lost the needle. Shh, don't tell anyone. He goes berserk if I've lost the needle. Sorry, I'm just moving the kids' toys up the way. Don't come in here. What are you coming in here for? Where you go? You going around that way, are you?
Yeah.
No, don't start that, please. I'll have to look for it later. Next one. Are you going to sit there and watch me? Are you? Oh my words, you're going to put me off now. Next one is Herbert Hedgehog. Now he's going to be a little card. There he is. And I'm using, he was a freebie kit, he was, with the World of Cross Stitching. I have no idea what year it was, I'm afraid, but I made an enormous start on this. Now you know what I mean by enormous, don't you? I have stitched, well, you know, that's how much I've stitched. Told you, an enormous start. Or not. It's only a small design. He's only 32 high by 19 wide. Yep, so he's another one that can be finished soon. I've just come across a piece of paper. The things you find when you're going through your WIPs, eh? Happy Meal activity sheets. Happy Meal activity sheets. 32 high by 19 wide. Yep, so he's another one that can be finished soon. I've just come across a piece of paper. The things you find when you're going through your WIPs, eh? Happy Meal activity sheets. Happy Meal activity sheets. When we're safe with COVID, when I'm happy to go. She's desperate to go out now things have been lifted, but we're still quite nervous about going out.
I'm not nervous of going shopping.
No,
Just
because
seeing friends.
no, because we have to go shopping, and I stay in the car, don't I? And Dad does the shopping, and he still wears his mask. And the only friends we go and see are those that we've got with a bubble. Yeah, but we don't go out with a whole group of people, do we? Right, next one is from a magazine called Quick and Easy Cards, which is no longer around, unfortunately. And this was also a round robin. It was a flower round robin. And it's all finished except for mine. Why is it when we take part in other people's round robins, we obviously finish theirs, but when we come back to ours, we never finish ours? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I think at the time, I was planning on making it into a pillow. That was before we had our own house.
And
this was in
the pain in the backside.
I knew the pain in the backside. And this was in, these are dated, so Claire done hers in July 2005, Naomi done hers in April 2005, and Leslie done hers in May 2005. So back in 2005 we weren't in our own place at the time. Oh, that was close. She's bored now, so she's going. Oh, I'm busy stitching. Let's see if I can cover this up. I'm stitching the lily. Can you see the lily there? Yeah. See, these are in cards. But I'm pretty sure I was going to do mine into a cushion. Yeah, so all I know is it was Naomi, Leslie and Claire. So if anyone's watching called Naomi, Leslie and Claire and you remember stitching on these in 2005, it'd be lovely to catch up with you and see what's going on in your lives these days. And to say I've still got it, I've just not done anything with it. So that's another one to finish off. I'll have loads of finishes. When, I don't know. Oh, this is going to be a very long video. I might make it into two because when I stopped filming on Saturday, I looked at the video and it was 50 seconds. Yeah, right. It was 50 odd minutes long. And this one now is 43 minutes long. Don't know how long you guys like them. Right, now this one I stitched and it's called Nature's Windows. It was a kit I was given. I'm pretty sure I was given it because I don't remember buying it. And it's butterflies. And I absolutely adore butterflies. I love the blue one. So, my magnificent thread card again. Oh dear. And it was obviously a paper chart. Doesn't say what year. I'm not even sure what language it's in. But it came with the, I'm pretty sure it came with the pieces pre-cut. If you hear any noise from outside, Teddy's just gone out. And he's knocked the door open. But it's ever so cold now. Anyhow, let's go on with this. Stop rambling, Danielle. And now Daisy's come down, she's looking at me as if to say, who are you talking to? All I've got. See? Butterfly trio. But it doesn't say what fabric it's on. Or what size it is. But I have made a start. And surprisingly enough, I made a start on the blue one. Oh, you don't want to see the back. No way you're going to see the back. Although I must say that's not too bad compared to the backs I've got these days with the full coverages and the confetti hell. There we go. Again, I don't know why I stopped this. I'm pretty sure I made a mistake somewhere. The days before I just kept on after I fudged it. I used to unpick. But I'm just going to carry on with it now. It's like people have said in the past. You haven't made a mistake, you've just made it unique to yourself. Which is very true. So that can go in there. That can go in there. And that can go in there. And it can all go back in here. Ta-da! Now, it's not a very good picture because a drink got spilt on it, so Santa's face is a bit blurry, I'm afraid. But this is Santa's visit. This is what I started stitching during, well, I continued stitching during Jolly July, Christmas in July. And it's huge. It's sticked. No, it's not sticked on. It's definitely not sticked on. It is stitched on. 16 count. Easy grid, easy guide, easy count. One of those things. Ada. And it's going to be huge. Huge, huge, absolutely huge. Ta-da. Now what I'll do is, if I can, I will try and put up a picture here, wherever it ends up being, I don't know, of what it was before I started in July, and then you can hopefully see the difference. But all the bits missing, I wondered why I'd left them all out, especially up here. I realised it's because I don't actually have that colour, and I'd forgotten to go and get it. And I took this, I took this up with us to Doncaster in July, and I stitched a load of it on it then, because I had the time to. A week off up in there. Virtually nothing. Going out for walks now and then. Into the woods and nearly got lost. Let's give you some figures with that, shall we? Let me just put that back in there before I wonder what on earth I was stitching. So that piece is from Charting Creations. Yeah, because the other group I'm pretty sure is called Crafting Creations. That's Charting Creations. Let's see if I've written anything down. I doubt it. Why would I want to go and do something like that? Not you. Not you. Not you. Not you, not you. Not you, not you. Not you, not you. Not you, not you. No. No. Told you. Didn't write anything down. I lied. I did write some down. So, it was given to me as a rack, random act of kindness, I started it on the 18th of July. I'm pretty sure I started it before then, because there was some bits stitched on it, but I can't guarantee it. And then I stitched on it the time that we were away. 2, 4, 6. I stitched on it so far in total 8 days. There it is. 8 days. And I'm using the called for DMC colours, I think. Or I might be using CXC. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty sure it's DMC. Next one. Nearly finished, guys. Nearly finished. Okay. This isn't a whip because it's not been started. I was hoping to start these while we were up in Doncaster as part of Jolly July, because I really, really like the bell. But at the same time, I really, really, really like the Christmas tree. Because I stitched these for Olivia's teachers. Not Christmas just gone, Christmas before. And I liked them. I thought, oh, I'll stitch those for us as well. And on the Christmas tree one, I actually put pom-poms on. I think I just stitched it all green and then I stuck pom-poms, actual pom-poms on. And the bow, I just love the colours. I just love the colours of the bow. And the little bow ornaments inside, we ordered off Amazon. But there were so many in the pack. There was about 50 in the pack, I think. So I've got plenty to do with arts and crafts with the little ones, as well as stitching on here. They don't take long to stitch up either. It's not too bad stitching on plastic canvas. And the dogs are crazy. Teddy's chasing Daisy and Daisy doesn't want it. I do apologise if you get knocked over. So that's that one, which isn't a whip. It needs to be started. And last, but more than likely not least, because I'm pretty sure, yes, I've got one somewhere else. Pretty sure I've got another one. Pretty sure, but I just don't know where it is. Right, these, I've left these till last because these aren't actually mine. Mum and Dad became friends with a couple in South Africa when we just moved over there when we were kids, and they're from the UK as well. And she's from Romford, she is, and she's a cross stitcher, and we got around to talking about cross stitch one year. And anyhow, she got in touch with my mum and dad and she said, does Danielle still do cross stitching? And my mum was like, yeah, she absolutely loves it. She's got loads. So she said, do you think she'd like some of my charts that I will no longer be able to stitch because of eyesight, I think it is. So mum says, yeah, send them down. She can take a look at them. And she said, well, if I don't like them, I can send them on or I can put them into charity, whichever. So anyway, I went through it and there is Forever Friends counted cross stitch kit. It's looks like a very 80s kit, 90s, 80s kit. But I do love Forever Friends. And the kit contains the 14 count Ada fabric, stranded cotton, instruction chart, and the needle. So I haven't worked on it yet. She's made, no, I don't think she has made a working copy. No, she has highlighted over what she's stitched. Now I've never been one to highlight my charts. You normally use pencil so I can rub it out and stitch it again if I ever wanted to. So that's no worries. I mean, it's not as if I can't read the chart. So that's the instructions. And then she's also included a size 28 needle. Maybe she needed extra, I don't know. But here is what she has stitched so far. Oh, can you see that? Yeah. Pretty well? Not pretty well. Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry. Oh, well, can you see that? I can't see you when I'm holding this up. I do apologise. So she's done quite a bit. These days, the colours aren't as dark, are they? Not that I remember, anyway. So I'll finish that off, and I'll frame it, and I'll just put a little note in there to say who I got it from, like in remembrance sort of thing. And it looks like she's had to go out and buy some more anchor, because there's a few bits of anchor there with the label still on it, and then there's still, they were on the card as well. And I'm pretty, like I say, I'm pretty sure there was another one. Pretty sure. If I find it, I'll just have to include it in another floss tube. Wow, that's a big chart. Not to worry. Not to worry. Be happy. So, there's some more. There's the instructions. So that, my dearies, is that. That is my very first floss tube. Done over 2 sections. And with several days in between. Life is life, isn't it? These things happen sometimes. And when you suffer with headaches like I do, sadly, it sucks and it takes over. So there was no stitching yesterday because of migraine. Saturday I went babysitting Saturday evening. We were busy Saturday during the day. Babysitting Saturday evening. By the time I got there and found parking and everything, I couldn't settle to do any stitching. I think I'd done 4 stitches on Little Miss Trixie, and maybe about as 4, maybe 10, no more than 10 on Animal Panorama. I just couldn't settle to do any stitching. I had stabbing pains in my head again on Saturday. I've had them since about Thursday, Friday. Went to ring the doctors, and it's constantly engaged. So I'm just sick of them taking over now. So I'm hoping to finish off tea. No idea what we're having. Finish off tea, get the madam to bed. She likes to stay up until I go to bed, but that's fine. She can stay in the bedroom, that's fine. She just knows that if she's a little madam the following day, she's up in her bedroom. So, and then I'm going to hopefully stitch, because the other half is more than likely going to be on his game. Might not be actually Monday. We'll see. Either way, I'll be uploading this to the computer, editing it, then uploading it to YouTube. And if I'm waffling too much, I do apologise. It's all new to me. I don't know what you want to hear. I don't know if you want to hear about life updates or any of that. Let me know if you do. If you don't, that's fine. And hopefully, it's now Monday, so hopefully come Saturday, because this week's going to be a bit bizarre with work. Still half term, so I've got children every day bar Thursday, I think. I don't know if Thursday's going to be too soon to do a WIP update with my Miss Trixie. I don't know. We'll see. Might do it Saturday. Might just even stick to 2 weeks. Let me know, weekly or 2 weekly. I'll let you decide. But until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for liking. If you're a new subscriber, thank you and welcome. If you've been with me since the beginning, thank you ever so much. Do share, do invite your friends. And I look forward to reading your comments and getting back in touch with you. Feel free to follow me on Instagram, Cardiff Stitcher. And on Facebook, under my page. It's not a group, it's just a page where I post my pieces. Cardiff Stitcher on there as well. And until next time, we'll speak to you soon. Take care.